My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is August 20th, 2026. It is 4:04 a.m. This is the first video. Yeah, there's a lot, well, not really a lot going on. Noise. It's just noise that's going on the internet, and I just want to record something so I could get back my regular work. I just put this on the list, but let's start from the top. I create a list. It took me a while to put it together, and I've been watching some YouTube videos. It took a lot of my time. Okay, so we're gonna start with this. Okay, can I read this? I hope the drops bombs that shaking monarchy. What is that? Flatten it down. Okay, this is very hard to read. If you heard what I said, let me see. I hope he drops bombs on that shaking monarchy. Flatten it down. Okay, like I said, it's very hard to read, but let's see here. I'm so ready for that book. Yes, we need a real Princess Diana book, one that comes from someone who grew up with her and it's blood related to her. Okay, so she's making reference to Princess Diana's brother new book. What we then need and don't need are more books about her written by people who aren't related to her and who never met her. 99% of the books written about the late princess are written by mouthpieces of the royal family. Like I said 15 hours ago, they are afraid of what Charles Spencer will reveal and which lies they have spread about his late sister, Princess Diana, that he will debunk. What I love about Charles Spencer is that he doesn't care about the feelings of the leftovers, their mouthpieces, and the derangers. Alright, so there's all of the hashtags. Okay, let's see here. So this looked like from Jeremy Vines. Do we need another tell-all book about Diana? 30 years after her death, the late Princess Diana's story is being told again, this time by her own brother, Earl Spencer. Well, people need to find out who were all the other people who's been writing about her. Besides the one where she collabed with, what's this guy name? Was it Morton or something? I think I have a screenshot of that guy. So 2 books so far about Princess Diana I think we should pay attention to. The one that she collabed with that royal rat and her brother, and anything in between are just noise. Alright, Earl Spencer says he wants to tell the whole world the truth about his sister, but do we need another book about Diana? Yeah, I'll rather hear from him than anybody else. But everybody else, it seems like all the other royal rats is like they the only one who should be talking about Princess Diana. Alright, so let's listen to this. Oh my god, 4 minutes plus. Alright, let's listen. Screenshot in between.
I think there'll be a fair amount of concern inside the palace about this. I think, first of all, there'll be a lot of interest in the book from the public, although there isn't the frenzied interest in Diana that there was, say, 20 years ago. There will be a lot of interest in what he has to say. I think it's fair enough for him as a brother to be able to tell that story. But yes, as you're suggesting, really, I think the palace will be worried that it'll reopen some old wounds and remind people of the War of the Walesers and everything that went on in that period.
I just wonder if he's sensing a bit of a sea change in British public opinion, especially about King Charles, which is someone that that potentially some people would regard as doing his best to come across as an almost hyper-woke king. Hyper-woke king.
But in this moment, this morning, our sacred rule of law is under attack. Power can change the definition of the words we use to describe reality. Diversity is now described as illegal. Equity is to be shunned. Inclusion is a dirty word. This is an old playbook, my friends.
They just fired him.
Hyper-woke king, when actually, if you do look at his own conduct over the years, certainly when it comes to Princess Diana and some extramarital activities, he might not necessarily be the nicest guy in the world.
Well, I think the polls suggest that he's still relatively popular. I mean, William and Kate are more popular, and Anne is often scores higher. Cowmilla is not the toxic person she once was. She's accepted, I would say, but is still less popular than many other members of the royal family. And this may bring this all back. I mean, I know what you're alluding to. I think there are people, reform supporters, restore supporters possibly, who think that the king is too liberal. I have to say personally, I don't really see that argument. I think he is a devout Christian, but he is interested in dialogue with people of other faiths and bringing about tolerance and understanding. But yes, there is that current of thought out there. It's going to be quite tricky. I mean, I think the royal family were probably hoping that this year, the 29th anniversary of her death, would pass off fairly peacefully without too much fuss. And it's next year, the 30th anniversary, where there's going to be a lot of focus on what will William and Harry do. Will they meet together and do something? But now we've got the 29th anniversary, or just after it, where this is all going to come out again. I think the one other element is that obviously Earl Spencer and his family have just played host to Harry and Meghan.
Yes.
Harry and Meghan, I have to say, are trying to rebuild bridges with the king and his family, but I can well imagine that Earl Spencer will be quite sympathetic to the idea that the institution has worked against not only Diana, but her younger son as well.
I suppose, arguably, the most damaging thing could be there are certain questions from certain people about her death and how she died and the nature of it, and whether everything is entirely as it seems about what happened in that bridge in Paris. And if he decides to lean in potentially to some of those questions, that could be very uncomfortable for the royal family, could it not?
Well, it could, although I have to say, I spent, I think it was 5 months of just about every day sitting at that inquest into her death. And I think that while there remain some unanswered questions, I think the jury came to the right verdict, and that really was put to bed in my mind anyway at the time. But he'll have criticisms of the royal household, the royal family, and us in the media as well, of course, and there are already there's a certain amount of volatility around again about the media at the moment, isn't there? With the death of the Cambridge professor and a lot of controversy over that. So I think it could be an uncomfortable few days or possibly weeks if this book is serialised. Some of the spin-offs arguments that come with it.
Interesting stuff. Look, Richard, thank you very, very much. Really appreciate you coming on, giving us your views on this.
Just noise. Okay, let's see here. If you want people to speak kindly of you and their books, then treat them kindly. Quote, you own everything that happened to you. Tell your stories. If people wanted you to write warmly about them, they should have behaved better. And Lamont, that's so true. Okay, there's that here. Exactly. You own everything that happened to you. Tell your stories. If people wanted you to write warmly about them, they should have behaved better. All right, there's that. They are nervous. That's the laugh here. So they bloody should be. Of course they are. All right, the public are always interested in Diana. Yeah, these people. All right, next tweet. So there's that here. Here is Cowmilla giving an interview in front of camera. Do you think the unroyals have their very own Netflix as they seem to have these cameras very handy? The commentators, Wags and derangers had the audacity to say Harry and Meghan couldn't be trusted when in the UK, as they probably came over with a Netflix camera crew. No mention of KKK, and now Cowmilla having a camera crew at their beck and call. Bloody hypocrites. Look how she sits, like she's stunned. The picture is not that clear. They knew Charles Spencer's book was coming out and would be damning for Charles and Cowmilla, so here she is coming out with an interview about Charles' cancer diagnosis. All she's doing is trying to humanize herself. We all know different. That's what I've been saying in past videos. I'm like, right now, this is King Charles' reign. This is when we should be talking about the nonsense they did to Princess Diana. All of a sudden, she's coming out, care about whatever. I'm like, she should be like mental health kind of thing. And I'm like, she should stay far, far away from this topic. Okay? Just, she got the prize, she got where she wanted to be. All she needs to do is just enjoy that lifestyle and stay out of public eye. These people have no shame. Alright, we certainly do. With the cancer card being played by this so-called family every time they want to bury a negative story. This really is a slap in the face of those who are cancer patients. This is a serious and a potential life-threatening illness and should never be used flippantly. Let's see here. Yeah, they use it whenever they are in trouble. This is a desperation interview. They know they're flagging, and this is the Sicky card being used for sympathy. They didn't show much sympathy to Diana or Meghan. In fact, they pile on the lies against them. Harry is mad to think of bringing his family back if it is true. Okay, we're gonna get to those stories where the squad talking about it. I don't believe it. I still said they know what they are doing, and I refuse to judge them as I'm not living their lives. What made them decide to do is none of my business, but I will always support them. Did they? Okay. If the Sussexes did not put any statement out, I'm not gonna believe a damn thing that come out of these people, because they will look at you right in the eyes. They'll give you the how will I say it, like the angel of angel kind of face, and they are lying to your face. I can't believe these people. All right, if the Sussexes did not put any statement out, there's nothing to believe. This is just noise. We can almost set our clocks by these people. The rehabilitation of the side will continue. Note how she says she wanted to run her gab about the diagnosis. Leaky hag can't hold water, but they will tell you Harry and Meghan are the leakers. There's the clap here. Let's go to the next one. These people are ridiculous. Ridiculous. And then we write in September. Alright, and one of the videos I did yesterday where we were talking about that Harry's gonna be in New York, and one of the things that I said is that the UN is gonna open its session, which is in September. I did look the date on that particular video, and the travelers is gonna be there. They're gonna be doing things, and this is when all majority of world leaders are gonna be in New York to talk about things. I mean, it's in September. What date did the UK say Harry's gonna be in the UK? I don't know. I don't believe it. Okay, that's my thing. I don't believe it. I'm just sharing with you the tweets that the topic. I mean, it's like every single day these people come up with something. Every single day. I do a video every day. There's always some nonsense they're talking about. Unbelievable. Okay, when Charles and William signed off on all-out media assault on the Sussexes, the aim was to ensure Harry and Meghan's exit fell, and they came crawling back on their knees to resume their role as slaves and scapegoat. I mean, you have Meghan. If this is what they thought, I mean, in past videos I did talk about this topic, but if this is how they they think, where Meghan, who have been on the grind in the US and in Canada with her mom and been doing things to survive, you think she's gonna call back? What? How many months was she in the UK after the marriage? I don't even think it was 2 years. So he did all of that thinking that Harry and Meghan would crawl back when Meghan have been surviving on her own. You know, I'm not bringing her family into all of that. Okay, as an adult, making millions of dollars. Yes, it wasn't huge roles like these people have said when I decided to make that video, not the A-listers, because they were insulting her for not being a blockbuster actress. But she was making a living. She was surviving. She enjoyed her life. She did what she needed to do. And you think just that few moments she stepped in the UK and then all of a sudden she cannot live without them? Oh, please. Because no way could she spare be seen thriving outside the viper's nest and building a successful life without draining the taxpayer's purse. And I was upset when after knowing, okay, for those who are new, I was not around following Meghan when she was on suit, when her TIG day. I didn't even know she had a TIG if it wasn't for the squad. But after finding out and knowing that she closed it once she moved to the UK, I was kind of upset because on social media and her TIG thing, she was making money, you know? So I was kind of upset about that. I understand they said that it was her who closed it, but I think they put pressure on her for her to close it. Because these people were into all her business, including in suit, trying to rewrite the script on suit. These people are freaking ridiculous. When that failure didn't eventuate, the British media and the haters simply resorted to fabricating stories and pushing a fake narrative that Harry and Meghan had failed anyway. But life has a funny way of dishing out just dessert. There's that. You don't get to actively try to destroy innocent people's lives and simply walk away untouched. The last few years have delivered some major karma to some of the key players behind the anti-Sussex campaign, and I'm here for it. Okay, let's pause this. The funniest part is that they accidentally demonstrated how much of Harry and Meghan's values they had taken for granted. At some point, surely even the most committed deranger has to ask if Harry and Meghan are such spectacular failures. Why has everyone spent 6 years obsessively trying to prove it? Very well said. Sadly, derangers are not the sharpest tools in the shed. Is it true that they bought a house in Cotswold and have enrolled their kids in school already? What? Are they saying all of this nonsense? If true is their third home, I thought Harry and Meghan were broke. Absolutely. The failed return never included Meghan. It was the failed return of Prince Harry and the disappearance of Meghan. True that. All right, let's go to the next one. I need to go look for my other glasses. The things are looking so small to me. All right, where was I? The failed return never included Meghan. It was the failed return of Prince Harry and the disappearance of Meghan. True that. Okay, so let's go to the next one. I think I read it twice. All right, video of noise. What is this? Oh, so that's them talking. You know, when I came across about Harry and Meghan returning to the UK, it's when I was sitting in the living room. I went on YouTube and I saw a whole bunch of headlines talking about Harry and Meghan returning to UK. And I went on X and I saw something, whatever I share on my community board. Oh, it could have been the tweet that I'm about to share with you right now. Okay, I took some screenshot on my phone and then, yeah, that's that. I think that's it. And then, oh, there's some stuff about Virginia Godfrey. But anyway, so the moment I saw it and I was like, please, what did I write? Okay, are these people for real? With what literally just happened in the UK last Friday, why will Harry and Meghan return to the UK? If anything, Canada is right next door to them. Why don't they return to Canada or Australia? places that appreciate them. These very rights are not normal. The derangers. Okay, so this is this, I think I saw. Who leaked to the Telegraph? King Charles. Anyway, I need to see confirmation and writing straight from their spokesperson or straight from Harry and Meghan's own mouths and not from the mouths of the BBC. Yeah, all right, 47 seconds.
Yes, it's a huge surprise, Rita. The Daily Telegraph reporting that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, that their two children, Archie and Libet, will be moving back to the UK in the weeks ahead. In the past few minutes, I've spoken to a spokesperson for Harry and Meghan who has confirmed that this will be happening, that the children, Archie and Libet, are going to be enrolled or have been enrolled in a UK school. Which means they are likely to start the new term in the second week of September. So we're likely to see the family back here literally in the weeks ahead. We understand, and the Telegraph are reporting, that they will move to a home outside of London. It won't be a royal residence of any kind. The move back to the UK won't change their status in any way. They will remain non-working members of the royal family. Yes, it's a huge surprise.
Of all things, to mention their children? Nah. I don't believe it. And she's saying they spoke to a spokesperson. Okay. When I see it, I'll believe it. That's all. There's me here. Did the Sussexes put out any statement? You mean to tell me not even a week after Jason or they just happened and for them to agree to this madness? We know how these people are. They'll look right in the eyes and lie to you without any zero nada shame. But okay. Alright, according to page 6, it's temporary. Sussex sources made it clear the family planned to stay in the UK for an expanded period, not permanently. I'm wrecked, what the F? Maybe the powers that be don't want William as successor. That's the only reason they moved back, right? Okay, exactly. I'm just reading this. That doesn't mean I agree, okay? When I see it, I'll believe it. And then for them to mention their children of all things, I don't think so. Oh, that's the thing again. Did I put it twice? I guess I did. Yeah, I put it twice. Let's go to the next tweet. Alright, so this is the next tweet. OMG, it is true. What's going on? From the sun. Alright, Harry and Meghan coming home. Child, there's Canada right next door and Australia who love Harry and Meghan. Jason, or they just happened? Child, please. When I see it, I'll believe it. Other than that, this is the child who kept calling Wolf. Two people like it. This Aussie doesn't want them here anymore. Aye, let me pause and respond. That's my response. Great. Now, you should not be on anything about them. Scroll and move the F on. Derangers. Nice. Now that I think about that, there's I saw a video about what's that lady name from Australia, the chef thing that Meghan was on. Let me go look for it because I don't remember putting anything on my list about her. I need to search for it. Alright, so this is the video that I was thinking about. I remember seeing during the day, but I didn't put it on the list. Poh Ling Yeow from MasterChef Australia has once again called out the vile bullying of Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Quote, I think there's something to people finding it easy to hate on strong women. I don't know what result they want from that except something incredibly tragic to happen. Let's listen, 17 seconds only.
I think there is something to people finding it easy to hate on strong women. No matter what, that amount of public bullying is not cool. Because I don't know what people are expecting, like what result they want from that, except something incredibly tragic to happen. So I find it really vile. I think there is something to people finding it easy to hate on strong women.
I was just drinking some coffee. Okay, so the comments is black. So I'm to my next tweet. I was just responding to this tweet, so I'm like, you know what, let me just share it with you because she literally just posted it. No shade, but some of you act like Meghan has no Asian marriage. To soothe yourselves, you act as if she's being forced to go back. It's okay to admit that you don't agree with and that she was a part of that as much as Harry was. What do you call this? If she agree what is being said. Alright, so that's my response here. Did they put out any statement? Serious question. By the way, I agree with you. I think whenever a decision about the family to be made, they discuss it together. Let me submit it. Alright, so that's that. She literally just put it out. It's 4:34, like 4 minutes ago. I don't know if I had response one of the derangers did. Great. Now you should not be on anything about them. Scroll and move the F on. I think I shared it while I was responding to it. All right, let's go to the next tweet. I'm telling you, they are crazy on the internet. They just put a lie out for the derangers to have something to feed on. Other than that, I don't think it's true. Okay, moving back is so crazy to me. That's one of the scribe. That's me here saying, I know, right? Let's go. So it has been very quiet lately on the internet. So they have to create noise. Unbelievable. X is going crazy with the report about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex planning to move back to Britain, and that Prince Archie and Princess Elizabeth will start a British school in September. I'm going to wait until they confirm the story. Yeah, me too. That's where I'm at right now. And as far as I know, they haven't confirmed anything, but many are reporting on it. I'm telling you, the moment I sat down in the living room, turn on YouTube, that's all I was seeing. And that's when I went on my phone to check, and then I saw the thing, and I share with you what I post on my community board. I will only believe it when they confirmed it. I hope it's not true. Maybe they. And let's not forget, okay? Harry just lost the last lawsuit with the Daily Fair. Okay, nothing have been resolved yet. And then we just had what's his name, Jason Arday situation just happened. Okay. Still, nothing having resolved in the UK yet. And you telling me, of all things, for them to take their kids over there? The only thing that I will say, if I will agree with it, first of all, Harry and Meghan did not put a statement out. They told us once they left the UK, things will be coming out from them personally, or their spokesperson or something like that, from their camp. Other than that, it's just noise. So I don't see any reason why they will go over there. If they do, okay, because there's some things that boiling in the United States, okay, because when we are looking, there are election for those who are outside of the US. There's election going on. Those MAGAs, those crazy nonsense, they're not doing too well in the US. Okay, people are fighting back. Some of those politicians who are MAGAs or whatever, they are losing. Come September, that's the midterm election. We are working toward November. Okay, there's midterm election to determine who's gonna be on the ballot come November. I'm saying this because there are people outside of the US who don't know. They just seeing the craziness that Trump is doing, making all of us look bad. So what's happening right now, leading up to November, the primary, to determine who's gonna be on the ballot come November, then we will see who's gonna go to Washington or whichever position they're running for. So right now, many of the MAGAs are not winning. Okay, they have some are like Mandani, New York mayor, all right, doing things for the people. Some of these people are winning. So just wait and see. Okay, the reason I brought this is that, like I was saying, there's something that's boiling in the US. Okay, because these people, those Zionist people, they bought a lot of, a lot of politicians, and they invest a lot. Okay, their last plan to capture the Middle East, Iran is stopping them. They truly need America to stand firm with them, and then while the rest of the world, NATO, are not buying their nonsense. And there's another video I plan on making tonight or this morning, where there's fire going on in many places in Europe. And one of those places, they caught I would say Zionists. I don't want to say Jews, because these Zionist people are ridiculous. Let me go look for one of them, because I already have on the list for my next video. Okay, there's fire going on in some places, and they caught. Okay, there's fire going on in places. Okay, all countries should ban Israel citizens from entering their territory. 35-year-old Israeli arrested in Greece for allegedly causing a wildfire. Man, there's a lot of fires going places. I will not be surprised if it's not them who's causing it. Okay? And remember, she said allegedly. Where was it? Allegedly. Alright? So we'll find out what's going on later on. But these people, they're not winning. People are so. Again, the reason I'm bringing this, the thing that's boiling in the US, unless if something is gonna happen and they already alert Harry and Meghan, okay, to get the hell out of there. That would be the only thing I would think of. And this is my crazy thinking, but whatever. Let's continue. Maybe they just bought a house in the UK so that Harry can stay there when he is in the UK, and the Telegraph has turned it into the following story. They haven't provided any proof for their claim. Let's see here. Reports. Prince Harry and Meghan plan UK return with children. The Telegraph exclusively reported that the family plans, of all people, you think it's the Telegraph Harry will contact to tell this story? Oh my God. The Telegraph exclusively reported that the family plans to return the following their 2020 moving to California, known as Megxit. Children already enrolled for the new school term. The Sun splashed the news on its front page as a shock reversal, noting an extended stay to raise the kids in the UK. Reaction online mixed surprise and skepticism from broadcaster, then Wootens frustrated, what did we do to deserve this, to doubt about past safety concern and welcome sentiment. Okay, there's the Telegraph again. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are planning to move back to Britain. The Telegraph can reveal their children. Okay, there's all of this. Prince Harry and Meghan moving back. The BBC. Oh, my goodness. Of all people? Alright. They should know what to write to get those clicks, don't they? Everyone is reporting it, sis, including CNN. I hope it's not true. It's a bad idea, a very bad idea. Yeah, with what just happened with Jason O'Day, you tell me they're gonna go back. Meanwhile, there's Canada. I'm not saying Canada, all Canadian, okay with, oh, I didn't even know I put it. Oh, I skip. I went to realign myself. Alright, so this is the next tweet. I went to the wrong column. Alright. I guess the firm always wins. Prince Harry and Meghan have never had a break from the media. The media and their trolls never stop. They have attacked their businesses, harassed anyone who works with them, even being out the UK. They've never left the UK. Media headlines. Alright. Did the Sussexes put out any statement out yet? There's me here, child. There's Canada right next door, and Australia who love them. Who love Harry and Meghan. Jason O'Day just happened. Child, please. When I say it, I'll believe it. No, the firm hasn't won. They're going back to the UK as they want their children to have a British education. They are not going back to royal duties. Will live outside London as non-working royals and live in non-royal property, and critically will not be under anyone's control. This person truly believe it, but again, when I see it, I'll believe it. Or when Harry and Meghan put out the statement. Because I do not see them, Harry, going back over there to put their kids in that situation. No. And literally, Jason O'Day situation just literally happened. It's not even a week yet. If I'm not mistaken, it was last Friday they find him dead. Alright, we're only seeing a part of the picture. I believe there's a lot more to it that will not come out. For a start, they won't have done this without the full support and reassurances from the UK government. Is it Harry and Meghan replacing Fragmore Cottage? Maybe. Harry will be okay. The media wants him only to be back. Meghan, brace yourself. There's that. I know that's fine. Alright, let's... There's the squad talking. I call it Sussex noise. Sussex squad noises. Alright, there's this here. James Holt on his way to pick up the Sussexes from Heathrow. She's just showing the thread. I can't show this properly. That's for those who are new to my know, I can't show videos properly. All right, James, there's that, aka that's funny, that's an ad. LOL, I know his ass is too happy. Okay, you finally made me crack a smile. Had to make y'all laugh because the news today is an emotional roller coaster. Thank you for the humor during this time. Of course, emotion are high. Okay, we gotta laugh to get to it. This certainly helped calm the nerves. Again, that's the squad turning it into a laughter. Alright, squad and derangers finally agreeing on something. I'm telling you, it's crazy out here in these streets. Haha, now this here laughing my ass off. I'm laughing from stopping myself from crying because what the F is actually happening. Alright, next tweet. And then I have one more, and the last one will be... Okay, one thing to remember is the Prince Harry and Meghan who left UK are not the same people today. They have now established themselves in the world, have businesses, own representative, have so much more control than then. All those facts give me hope that things will be better. All right. Yeah, let's not forget as well, they cannot just pack up and go. Again, this is something that I've said in past videos. They cannot just pack up and go. They have businesses over here. They have a lot of things to take care of. They cannot just get up and leave. And some of those things need a daily kind of their attention. Amen. There's a prayer here. God, please protect Harry, Meghan, and supporters. Guide Harry, Meghan, Archie, Little Bit Diana, and all their way before them. Keep them from evil and danger. Bless all their projects and teams. And Jesus, we pray. Amen. She used this prayer. The Lord is the strength of his people. He is the saving refuge of his anointed. Psalm 28:8. Okay, this is extra. How I wish he take a hint that this reconciliation he's been wanting is one-sided. There's the cry here. Also kind of pathetic that he'd craving reconciliation with one of his wife's abusers. Okay, that's the retweet. Harry is going to forever jump through hoops for his daddy's love. For his daddy's love. Okay, so this one is making reference to him going back. I don't know. Okay, again, I'm waiting until their own statement come out. Okay, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. I didn't put any affiliation. One of the things I want to do is buy a new camera when we go out. I don't know what's available. Sony had Sony. The brand, the Sony brand, has any top-notch type of what do you call this, camera. I would love to know what they have right now, so we'll see. Thanks for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better